Automobile collision lawsuits are lawsuits filed by a person or his lawyer when that person has been injured in a car wreck due to someone else's negligence. Today we're going to be talking with Gregg Anderson of the law offices of Terry Bryant, and we're going to discuss some of the legal issues associated with the aftermath of an automobile wreck. So Gregg, thanks for being with me today.
Pleasure to be here, Cindy.
Well, Gregg, what are the most important things that a victim of an automobile wreck needs to do at the scene of the wreck, assuming that he is physically able and coherent?
Well, if a person's in a car wreck and they, as you say, they are physically active and have their wits about them, and I would say the first thing they need to do is deal with the emergency medical personnel and be sure that they're immediately okay. But assuming that they are, then probably the most important thing is to get the other driver's insurance information. And we all carry, or we're supposed to anyway, carry cards in our glove compartments with our insurance company name, policy number, usually a phone number to an agent, and that information should be obtained so that you know who you're dealing with.
Okay, now Gregg, what about the insurance issues? If I'm the victim and I was not at fault, but my car is totaled, do I still need to report the wreck to my insurance company?
Generally, no. I mean, there's no requirement that you call your own insurance company, for instance, and say, hey, I've been in a wreck. Now, when it's time for renewal of the policy and a question is asked about that, obviously you have to be honest and give that information. But typically they don't do that, and if you are not making a claim against your own insurance policy, there's no requirement that you inform them that you've been in a wreck.
Well, Gregg, let's talk about financial responsibility for the medical issues. And again, I'm assuming that I am a victim and I have significant medical issues. Do I use my health insurance or my automobile insurance, or do I rely on the other person's insurance?
Well, that's a great question, actually, and one we're often asked. A lot of people are confused about that situation, understandably so. But there are several ways to go about getting your medical bills paid. If you're fortunate enough to have health insurance, you can turn it in on your health insurance, which is what I would generally recommend. At the end of the case, if you collect money from the other company's insurance company, you have to pay back all or a portion of what your health insurance paid, but that's generally the most efficient way to get good medical care. Other possibilities are if you have what's called MedPay or PIP, that's personal injury protection insurance, on your own policy, it will pay for some of your medical bills. And that would be a situation where you would need to or want to get your own insurance company involved. Lawyers also sometimes can help arrange for you to see a doctor, and there are doctors who understand that if you don't have health insurance and you're not a millionaire, you don't have the money to afford to be able to pay for medical care, that's sometimes what these doctors will do is hold their bills and not require payment until you're paid by the other insurance company. But the main point there is, and I think a lot of people have a misconception about this, is the other driver's insurance company has no obligation to pay your medical bills as they're incurred. So you have to make other arrangements to take care of that.
Well, Gregg, if someone has specific questions, how can they reach your office?
They're welcome to call us here anytime at 800-444-5000.
Very good. Gregg, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Cindy.
This is Cindy Speaker for Main Street Law.